Divine Light on Daily Walk. February 10th. And after the earthquake a fire, but the Lord was not in the fire, and after the fire a still small voice. 1 Kings 19:12. In the scarlet robe that was in the garments of the high priest, there was border of pomegranates round about. Bells of gold were placed in the middle of the pomegranates. They were not of brass or iron, but there were bells of gold, through which heavenly music emanated. When the high priest moved here and there, this golden bells created a typical sound, which was indicating the sweet tone of God's voice. As the sound of the golden bell was unique, and it was totally different than the voice of bells of brass and iron, similarly, the voice of God is totally different from the voice of man. When we hear the voice of God, through experience we know that it is not the voice of man. It is still small voice. It is heavenly voice, it is sweet voice. It is a voice with power but loving. This voice we can hear in our hearts. By hearing the voice of God, we can take part in the work of building His church. Of late, people think that by expending a lot of money and by doing a lot of activities, the church of God can be built. They forget that until we listen to God's voice continually and until we understand God's plan for the church, we cannot take part in building the house of God. Thus, through the golden bell, God reminds us that for building His eternal holy place, to become His co-worker, first of all, we will have to learn to hear His voice. Therefore we will have to remain on our knees for a very long time and say, "O Lord, speak to me, give me your message, make me hear your voice, take me over, give me strength and give me your grace." Those who are not born again, they can never hear the voice of God and they can also not become co-worker with God.